If you found this video, then time is of the essence. There's no time to waste. So if you think your dog has parvo, or if you know they do, then you need to act fast. So parvo, if your dog isn't eating or drinking, if they have popping, squealing noises coming from their tummy, they'll be ejecting from both ends. So I shouldn't have to explain that any further, right? I mean, you know what that means. And like after a day or so, it'll start getting really yellow, like a weird yellow color. It just, the yellow colors will keep coming, and hopefully you've stopped it by then, or you hopefully you're seeing this video, and your dog has only been sick for a day or two. I mean, no matter how long your dog's been sick, you have to try. If you think that they're in so much pain that you just can't bear it, then take them to take them someplace where they can get put down humanely, because taking it all the way to the end is a very painful death for them. And I'm sorry if that upsets anybody, but it is. It's just the truth. I love my dogs. I mean, I love my dogs. I don't have kids. My dogs are my kids. In any case, so this is what you need to do. You need to get something that squirts. Like, I got this from the dollar store. Ketchup and mustard usually go in something like this. If you have nothing but a water bottle, then so you need to poke a hole in it, and you want a small hole. And I actually used something like this, and I think this is actually too big, so I didn't have to use a water bottle, but so I know it would work. You know, if you got a paper clip, okay, and you heated up the paper clip, so you'd have to unfold the paper clip or a safety pin, and you want to poke the hole small right in the center of the bottle. So this is what I did. I took this screwdriver right here, and I heated up the tip, and then I poked a hole. I mean, it was easy, right through the center. I didn't have to heat it up that much. Now, the one thing I noticed with this is that you're gonna need to be able to tip this without it just coming out like that, because it'll just be a nightmare. It'll be a mess. That's why make the hole smaller. That way, when you do tip it, and if you actually not put the hole in the center and put it closer to one end of the bottle, that way when you, because you're gonna have to tip this and squirt it into your dog's mouth, okay? And if it's coming out as soon as you're tipping the thing, it's just, you're gonna have a mess, if you can imagine what that's gonna be like. So get a paper clip or a safety pin or an earring, something really small, and you're gonna want to, so if you could see, where's my camera? Oh, right there. If you could see where I have the hole right there, I'm gonna make the hole where I think you should probably make it. Oh, sorry, Anna, can you see? All right, so right up there. Okay, so see how that one's closer to the edge? So let me see if I'm going to be lying here. All right, so okay, now I can tip. Okay, well, so listen, the smaller the hole, the less that will come out. And if you have the hole right here, when you're getting your dog, because even though your dog's sick, they're going to resist the water. They're going to resist whatever it is you're wanting to put down their throats. They're going to resist, but you have to fight them on it. You have to be able to get fluids down their throat and into their stomach. If you have to use a turkey baster and to go past their throat because they're just letting it all fall out the sides of their mouth, then that's what you have to do. I'm sorry, I got a tickle in my throat. Okay, so, right, now, this is what you need to get to hydrate them. You need to get Pedialyte or Gatorade, or Pedialyte and Gatorade. Get all of these if you can. Get Pedialyte, Gatorade, plain yogurt, and chicken. You need to take a raw chicken. You can uh any kind of chicken, chicken legs, chicken thighs, chicken breasts, the big bags of chicken. Just get chicken and get it in a pot and boil it until it's cooked, thoroughly cooked, of course. And take that water that the chicken was cooked in and the chicken, get it off the bone, of course, get the meat off the bone, get the meat and water into a blender. And you want it like, so if in your blender, whatever portion of meat, about the size, you want to put 3 times, actually 4 times as much water as you have meat, okay? Because that you want to liquefy. If you don't have a blender, then you're going to need to mash up that. If you can't get chicken, try chicken noodle soup. But I know that, and it has to be bland. You're going to have to, everything that you put in your dog, you can't just use water. Your dogs needs electrolytes. They need healthy probiotics. That's where the yogurt comes in. So my neighbors, after I had lost 2 puppies, because one of my dogs had 7 puppies, and I had lost 2 of them, and finally my neighbors heard what was going on with me, and they came over and told me how they saved their dog, who is 4 now, and when he was 6 months old, he got parvo. And my neighbors, the wife, the husband, and the daughter, they stayed up around the clock, taking turns, shifts, taking care of their dog Charlie. And what they did was they got Pedialyte, just what I told you to get: the plain yogurt, the Pedialyte, the Gatorade, the chicken noodle soup. They added water to it, and around the clock they just dosed their dog. They had to force drink him these fluids, and it got to the point where they said their dog, and this happened with me as well. The liquid was just coming out the sides of the dog's mouth. So the husband had to do this because the girls are too squeamish, but he got a turkey baster, and he was going past the dog's throat and getting fluids straight into the dog's stomach. And because of that, because of their dedication and their determination, Charlie is still alive today. So they said it took almost... Charlie was in critical condition for an entire month. Okay, and most people don't have the time or energy, but if you love your dog... Hey! Aries, what the hell? Are you okay, my Lokes? Oh, my baby girl. How embarrassing. Bad girl. Oh, my baby. Oh, my goodness. Oh, bad girl, Aries. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so I'm sorry, where was I? Oh, my little Loka, my little baby, come here. Where did you get hurt? I'm so sorry, guys. So I think I'm just about done with what it is you need to do to save your dogs. But I have one last thing that I want to add. Okay, so Charlie was saved without any hospital medications of any kind. And if you look on the internet, like, it'll say that antibiotics don't do any good. But so like I said, I had 7 puppies, and I lost 2 of them. And when my neighbors told me about what happened with their dog Charlie, I had 5 puppies left to save, and they were all sick with parvo. It was right around, they were around 6 months, and it was a nightmare. I can tell you that. But so I lost 2 puppies, and at first it was just one dog that had symptoms, and then after she passed away, it took her 3 days to pass away, and then one more of the puppies started showing symptoms. I got that puppy put down right away because I didn't want to see him suffer like his sister did. And it was awful because when they first get sick, they're still so normal. I mean, like oh my God, it was awful. So, in any case, when I got home from the hospital, when I got home from putting him down, all but two, like three more puppies, all of them had symptoms, and what I noticed was, I I noticed right away that Monkey was the first to go, and then Loco. Oh my gosh, Loco. He, as soon as your dogs don't want to eat or drink, something is wrong with them. Okay, um, it doesn't have to be parvo, but something is wrong with them, and how you treat parvo would be how you'd start treating anything, I'd assume. I can't imagine one thing that so you just want to keep your dog hydrated. Unless there's okay, we're not talking about anything else but parvo here. So I'm just saying, if it is something else, treating it like it's parvo isn't going to hurt anything. It shouldn't. I'm not a professional. I am only able to tell you what worked for me. Okay, so all five of my puppies are throwing up, and it's coming out both ends. And God bless a friend of mine that brought over two 5 foot tall stacks of cardboard, because I was able to section off a part of my garage. And the mama, of course, stayed with her puppies, and she started feeling under the weather, but she didn't get sick like they did. And I was able to keep the floor that they were quarantined in. Um, I was able to keep the floor clean because of the cardboard. I was able to switch the cardboard out, and you know, I was up for so long. I remember I was in my garage sweeping it, and I literally fell asleep standing up. I didn't know that that could happen. Um, okay, so you have to be diligent. Like right now, if your dog has parvo, I hope you're poking a hole in a bottle or getting a turkey baster, or you have one of these. Anything that you can squirt. Like, I'm able to kind of like see how I can tip this, and it dribbles out. That oh, it's a lifesaver because it doesn't make as much of a mess. I have time to gauge how much pressure I'm going to use to squeeze it. You don't want to shoot it straight to the back of their throat because you'll choke them. Um, you just want to kind of drop it in their mouth, um, and give them a mouthful, kind of squeeze a mouthful, and their reflex to swallow will kick in. Um, so just start hydrating your dog right away, right away, and know this. Um, okay, so after it was probably the fourth day into my puppies being sick, and they stopped throwing up as much just with the liquids. Now, if you don't have antibiotics, then just keeping them hydrated, you are gonna have to. I mean, I'm not even kidding you. No less than 3 times an hour. I mean, if you're just now starting to hydrate your dog, you're going to want it for the first hour, and I'm not playing. You got to get them a mouthful of liquid every 10 minutes and no less. Nothing less than that. I mean, you might as well just don't let your dog die like that, like try it. Please, if you're watching this video, that means you care. By any means necessary, at least get fluids in your dog so that it's not so painful when they do pass away. Um, yeah, it's an emotional deal to talk about for me. I'm traumatized from it. um, because that's not the only parvo experience that I've had. Like, I've had friends. See, this my first parvo experience was almost 2 years ago, and since then I've had one other parvo experience, and I've only lost two puppies to it, and I've had a total of seven, nine. I've had in the last past couple of years here at my home, I've had a total of 16 puppies and I've only lost two. And I've had parvo come around me twice or come here, whatever you want to call it. Um, and so antibiotics. The fourth day that my puppies looked like they were feeling better, but I just felt like they needed something more. And I I asked some friends if they could get a hold of some antibiotics for me, and within a few hours, within a few hours, I had 12 pills of amoxicillin, 525 milligrams. Um, to start out with, I crushed up two of those pills and I put it in a bottle. Like two of the crushed up pills, I put in a bottle like this, and I filled it up with chicken soup, and I didn't water the chicken soup down as much because the taste of the antibiotic, um, and you really have to blend it. That antibiotic is real grainy. So I mean, yeah, I eased up on the dilution. Um, a, I don't know, by half. I don't know. You kind of use your best judgment, and I hope the trick is blending. You've got to get those pills crushed into a nice as fine of a powder as you can get it crushed into. Um, your doggy's tummy is really sensitive, so I really shouldn't tell you to dilute it so much, or not dilute it. I'm sorry. I'm kind of tired. I've had a long day, and I want to make this video because my little whimper, she's the black one laying right there. Um, she scared me. Um, and I bet my toes and my fingers that she had parvo, but she's already feeling better. Um, she hasn't thrown up in hours, hours, hours. And she was even playing a little bit ago. She took food to eat it, and that is when you see your dog actually want food and take it from you and eat it, and she ate it. Um, yeah, I feel a lot better seeing that, but I'm gonna stay up um, a little while longer to make sure that she's okay. I'm gonna keep giving her the rest of this bottle. This bottle has one amoxicillin and one penicillin pill, crushed up into a fine powder. And actually, what's in here is Vienna sausages. I put so I put the antibiotics, the Vienna sausages, the whole can, a little bit of vitamin B12, which I think that's the first time I put vitamin B12 in with it, and it started getting weird looking. I don't know what kind of reaction it's having, but in any case, so it's Vienna sausages, vitamin B12, antibiotics, and water. See, it's lots of water because yeah, I've put this in the blender until it was completely liquefied. And I've been given this to Whimper, and earlier, before I put the antibiotic in it, she's already had a whole full bottle of it was, I forget what I put in it. I blended some cottage cheese, some milk, some water. Um, you know, you just have to keep your dogs hydrated. I mean, kind of use your common sense on what's gonna feel good to their tummies, and you know, if you just have water, then just give them water. But they're going to need more if they're going to survive. They have to have electrolytes. That virus or whatever the hell it is dissolving their immune system basically, and so in order to fight that, and you got to keep them hydrated and healthy. They've got to have electrolytes in them. So I hope I'm not like repeating myself too much. And I apologize if I paused a lot or if I sounded more emotional than I needed to be. It's just an emotional subject for me. And I hope you save your dog, and I hope that you take it seriously, and that you're diligent about it, because that's the only thing that's going to save your baby. Otherwise, parvo is no joke. You know, you go to just about any vet and they'll tell you that it's a death sentence. But I saved my dogs, and so can you, okay? All right. Good luck, and God bless you.